As into gaming as I am, it's very rare that there's more than one game per month that might be coming out that I'm interested in. There is 5 in roughly like the 30-day time frame that is August. The question is any of these the games that you might be playing? 5 titles that I would really love to play. Not all these games might be games that you are intending to play in August or gonna swivel a little bit and say the end of July, because that's really where this kicks off for me, being July 27th, Microsoft Flight Simulator. This game has been on PC ever since last year, yes, but it's finally coming to Xbox and the Xbox Series, to say nonetheless. And the reason I'm excited for this game is because I've wanted to play something that really showcases what next-gen consoles can do. I would say Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart was a great game to do that on the PS5. I just feel like I haven't had anything like that on the Series X. And this game seems like it will be that for me, even though I'm not super into, cars or planes. This game just looks awesome with the idea of being able to go literally anywhere on the planet and it being pretty darn accurate as to how it looks. Sometimes I think even in real time. This game is like the biggest technical feat I have seen in the game, period, like ever in my life. And the past year of being indoors all the time, even though that's how I really like to live, I would love that idea. Let's go to London. Let's go to Egypt. Let's go to random places I have no idea about. I want to see the world through Microsoft Flight Simulator and my Series X and LG C10 TV, like, perfect. Then July 29th might be the only game I think I am willing to pass up, but I'm just really curious. The Ascent. I've always just been super interested in the Ascent. I've told people from days past when it was first revealed, I'm like, the floors of this game look phenomenal. But I am starting to get into that dungeon crawler idea of a game where it's that like above head view, and I like the cyberpunk feel of it. It just seems like it could be a cool game. Plus, it is another Game Pass day one launch, so it's like, again, the point of Game Pass, discover your next favorite game. So if I have time to try it, I would like to, but we will see if I do. Then we have what is probably the thing that I am looking forward to the most, 12 Minutes. 12 Minutes is a hard indie game published by Puranata. I can never say their name, but they just have indie after indie that is super awesome from that publisher. And this is a Xbox exclusive, which is kind of neat, but it's a timed one, so it'll eventually come to PlayStation, I believe, but it's another Game Pass day one launch. But the thing that's cool about this game is it is a time loop. It is a time loop of a situation that's voiced by James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, William Dafoe. They voice the cast in this game that is following 3 people being stuck in this loop. Specifically, the person that James McAvoy is, which is the husband. There's husband, wife, and cop, murderer person. I'm not sure. James McAvoy voices this guy that's stuck in this time loop of he and his wife getting murdered or something terrible happening, and it's your job as the player to figure out how can I get the most optimal conclusion to this loop, and how can I use the information I've gotten from the previous times to move things forward in a different way. It's just such a neat concept. I love games that have that loop mechanic. That's why Deathloop is a great game for September, and Outer Wilds is probably one of my favorite games of all time. I'm just excited for this game, man. In fact, I think it'd be really fun to stream it. Plug into Twitch. I stream on Twitch every Monday and Thursday if you want to hang out with me. Then August 24th could be the only game I actually buy this month, because I've really wanted to play Kena Bridge of Spirits. Ever since I first saw this game, it looks gorgeous. It is done by a team that does some crazy great shorts online. They did probably the most famous one is one of Zelda Majora's Mask, I believe. I just want to see this game, maybe let some peeps, review it and whatnot, but luckily it is on PC. I don't have a PS5 yet, but it is going to launch on PC. Maybe I'll play it on PC. I don't know. That could be fun. I'm just excited for Kena Bridge of Spirits, man, because it just looks like a Pixar movie. I know people use that a lot for Ratchet and Clank as well, but this game just looks gorgeous. It has a little bit of a Pikmin mechanic to it, where you have these little rock creatures that follow you. It's got a neat fantasy feel of you trying to heal the Force, you know, and hence be the Bridge of Spirits. It kind of has that Avatar feel. It just seems like a really cool game. And I mean, look, if I only have to buy one game out of these 5, I feel like that's a win, so I probably will just get this one. So as I was editing, I realized there's also the Halo Infinite flight tests. Those are gonna happen in August. It's my favorite, you know, one of my favorite game franchises, if not the game franchise for me. Getting to get a sneak peek of it. Yes, it is flights, so it's not the finished product, but nonetheless, get to play Halo Infinite in some way. And then finally, to wrap up the month, is August 25th being Psychonauts 2. This is a launch from one of Xbox's new first-party studios, Double Fine, which, Double Fine, awesome studio, and I've recently just played the first Psychonauts for the first time. It came out like way back in 2007 or something like that, but it honestly, Psychonauts 1 had a really cool charm to it and had certain kind of platforming that you don't see it anymore these days. I'm sure when it was made, you know, it took inspiration from like Spyro and other things. But if Psychonauts 2 has the same kind of progression and humor and all these other really cool elements that the first game had, but it's a game in today's world and just looks better, then I'm stoked for this game. In fact, it could be a favorite of the year for me. And there's lots of other stuff that's launching this month, like I mentioned, but you know, having 5 games over the course of 30 days to play is bonkers to think about. And 4 out of 5 of them are just Game Pass launches. That's really crazy to think about. Again, probably will pass in the Ascent, but the question is, what is your thing you're looking forward to most in August? Is it No More Heroes 3? Is it something else I'm forgetting? Let me know what you're hyped for this coming month for gaming or whatever else. Leave me your thoughts, and don't forget, be geek, be proud, be awesome, and subscribe if you've been here before, because we're good company here.